Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I think kind of heard about it. To Key's point, from the moment I stepped in there, I've been a tight end. I've been a tight end. That's the mindset I took on. I understand where you're coming from. Me coming in at initially 210 pounds to where I'm at now, it is a dramatic change. But yeah, man, I'm part of the unit. More of a tight end than ever, and ready to roll. Mm-hmm. I'd say the responsibility is, first and foremost to lead by example. I can sit there and I can say all the things that I want to say, talk up a storm, but at the end of the day, you got to work the work. You got to do what you're supposed to do, and I think that's going to ultimately lead guys in the right direction. And so that's just the thing that I've been kind of taking on the most is just lead by example. Yeah.
Folks, we have Caden Curry on the 10.
Yeah, I've came a long way. It's a very, I'd argue to say tight end's probably the most developmental position on the field. It takes a long time to get around to it. It takes a lot of work, and I think it's a full process. It's not something that it's a 1-year turnaround or a 6-month turnaround. You come in, you try to just catch it on the fly. It's something that takes a lot of time and attention. I'm just thankful for my great coaching staff and a great unit around me. Guys from back then, starting off with Ruck and those guys to Cade. I think there's been a great example for the way that you're supposed to attack blocking and being a tight end here at Ohio State, and I've been just thankful to be able to have that example. About 245. Yeah, Will's been great, man. He's been good. He's been somebody that's came in humble and just ready to work. That's been like the only words that I have for him. Not a man of just many words, but he's here to work, and he's done just that. And we're glad to have him. Yeah, I think essentially that's the culture of our room. We come off the ball violent. We're looking to swing as hard as we can. We'll clean up the details after. And so that's kind of our mindset going into it. And, yeah.
How hard is it to kind of change the perception? I know you guys don't pay attention to outside noise, but also Gee Scott catch really.
Yeah, I'd say it starts off with, like you kind of got to, it starts off with tuning out the outside noise and what other people have to say about it. And it's really more of a mindset. I kind of look at it as if it's like a drop in a bucket. If I got a big bucket, there's no one thing I'm going to do to make this bucket full. It's a daily thing where I put one drop in it a day. And you look back over a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you look back and be like, man, I've gotten a lot better. And so, like I said, I'm just very thankful for the unit. The guys that I have around me push me very hard, and I'm just thankful.
You mentioned the development kind of being really hard at tight end. What was the most challenging part for you in terms of developing into the player that you kind of?
Yeah, I'd say definitely the size component. You got to be someone that's willing to. You got to be big. You got to be strong. You got to be fast. There's a lot of jobs that you have to do. It's a very asking job. You need to block some of the biggest guys on the field, but also run routes off some of the smallest guys on the field. And so, I've been just thankful just to be out here and do exactly that.
What was it like to hit that shot the other day?
Oh yeah, it was a good opportunity. I think some of the big reasoning behind it was just kind of giving those guys out there that were at pro day. We had limited numbers, so just get out there and give those guys a breather. But any opportunity you get to go out there in front of scouts, I think it's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I think the mindset that we embody around here is ironing, sharpening iron. And so that's kind of like, it's not just, one room. It's from top to bottom throughout this whole team. No matter what position you are, we're here to work. And I think we're all here to make each other better, whether it's in a quarterback room, a tight end room, a running back room, offense versus defense, coach versus coach. It doesn't matter. We're all just, iron and sharpening iron, especially this time of year in spring ball. We're not doing too much game planning for next week. We're really just spending this time to get better and build a good foundation for ourselves and something to work on moving forward. Yeah, no, I think as time goes, no matter where you are, you start to adapt and you start to get used to the, what we have going on here, and so it's good to have them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's it been like? Yeah. I'd say when it comes to that, I think it's all the glory to the Lord, man. I decided to give my life completely to the Lord a little over a year ago, and that kind of really changed my outlook on the way that I approach football. It's no longer something that I idolize. It's just something that I do. And I think from the time in my life where I stopped, compartmentalizing who God was in my life, God wasn't just something that I do on Sundays or something that I do in a Bible study. It was it went from what I do to who I am, and so now I embody that as who I am. And so some of the fruits of the Spirit is peace, patience, and kindness. And so those are the kind of the things that I've started to embody on this journey. I think it's easy to kind of compartmentalize football away from faith, but ultimately it's all one. It's all one, and so it's giving me a spirit of patience, peace, and joy with the guys around me. And so I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be here. But I like, just being quite honest, I know for a fact I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And I know on the outside looking in, you may ask, well, where are you right now? But I wouldn't be where I'm at, right now if it wasn't for my, relationship with the Lord. He truly came into my life, and he changed it around for the better.
Gee, what did you see from last year?
Yeah, I think he did a great job. A lot of perseverance. I think that's, no matter who you are, when you kind of hear news like that you're going to be out for a year, that's hard. No matter where you are. One thing, I'm really proud of him because he came up and he came to show up every single day, and he got better. The easy thing to do in that kind of situation is to throw in the towel and be like, man, forget this, or I'll get better next year. But I saw the drive at him. One thing I seen out of him is every day he showed up and he got better. And I'm proud of Bennett, and I'm proud of this unit. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that question, because if you go from one unit to another unit, the moment you trade units, you're no longer in the unit you were initially in. So you're now a tight end. And so, to answer that question, I think the time that I went from in the receiver unit to the tight end unit is the moment I became a tight end. Mm-hmm. Kevin Wilson, Coach Wilson was my coach. Coach Hartline was my coach when I was a receiver. It's just different. It's two different roles. I think I'd say, to answer that question, the moment that I decided to come to play tight end was the moment I became a tight end. And so now, over the years, I've gotten better at playing the position, but the moment that I transferred over, I've been a tight end, and I'm excited to be a tight end. No other position I'd rather play. Go Buckeyes. Yep. Yeah.